What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome to today's installment of Renegades Reviews. I am the Renegade J.J. Williams, here to bring you my thoughts on yet another motion picture. Today, as we continue to pay tribute to Alan Rickman, I'm going to discuss probably one of his most endearing roles of all time. That of Professor Severus Snape, who debuted in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, where rescued from the outrageous neglect of his aunt and uncle, a young boy with a great destiny proves his worth while attending Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Released on November 16th, 2001, the film stars Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, of course Alan Rickman as Severus Snape, Rupert Grint as Ron Weasley, Emma Watson as Hermione Granger, as well as starring John Cleese, Robbie Coltrane, Warwick Davis, Richard Harris, Ian Hart, and others. Now, I had seen bits and pieces of this prior. My dad was into the Harry Potter movies and owns, or at least owned, all of them. Not sure if he still does. I had seen bits and pieces of it, and it was alright, but it just couldn't hook me. I think being a fan of superheroes and Star Wars and things like that, you would think I would be able to get more immersed in it, but alas, I just didn't care for it. Nothing was grabbing me about it. The Quidditch scene was cool, but I was just like, eh. However, going back and rewatching this all the way through finally for the first time, I know that's a shock. I have to say that it's a much better movie than I originally gave it credit for. No, it's not going to end up in my top 10 lists or anything like that. But I have to admit that it was better than I originally thought it was. Daniel Radcliffe, I thought was really, really good as Harry. Rupert Grint was really cool as Ron Weasley. I thought Emma Watson did really good as being the brainy Hermione. Warwick Davis, who of course is probably best known for being Wicket the Ewok and the Leprechaun and Willow Ufgood, appeared not only as Flitwick, but also as the Goblin Banker. And then there's Alan Rickman, who was only offered the part because Tim Roth turned it down. Tim Roth thought that Planet of the Apes was going to be a superior movie to this and turned down the role of Snape. I'm sure Tim Roth is kicking himself for that decision. Snape, you really don't know what his intentions are in this film. I haven't seen any of the others, but I have done a little bit of research and recon work so that I can speak effectively about this. And you don't really get to know who Snape is and where his loyalties lie until much later in the film series. I also think it's interesting that the role of Hagrid, who is probably my favorite character in the whole movie, Snape aside, but I find it interesting that the role of Hagrid was originally being thought of for Robin Williams, I guess they remembered what he looked like in Jumanji when he first came back with the wild hair and the beard and everything. And if you think about it, you could kind of see that for Hagrid, since that's kind of what he looked like. My favorite scenes, though, in this film, the Quidditch, like I said, was really, really cool. But my favorite scenes are when Harry finds the mirror and looks inside it and sees his deceased parents. And they're like consoling him. You can see the mom putting her hand on Harry's shoulder, and he reaches back to touch it even though he knows it's not there. I thought that was a very sweet scene. And I also liked the chess game that Ron and Harry played in order to get to the stone. In fact, it reminds me of an episode of Batman the Animated Series entitled What is Reality?, in where Commissioner Gordon was kidnapped by the Riddler and placed into a computer virtual world, where Batman then had to move like a knight, since his nickname is the Dark Knight, in order to defeat the White King and free Commissioner Gordon. Ironically, what piece is Ron Weasley mounted on in the Harry Potter chess game? He's mounted on one of the Black Knights, the Dark Knights. So I thought that was very interesting, and it made me remember that episode of Batman the Animated Series. I don't know if that was done intentionally or unintentionally, but either way, I think it's a cool little nod to the Batman franchise. So, I'm going to go ahead and admit it. Yes, I'm going to eventually see the rest of the Harry Potter movies. No, I'm not going to do the rest of them now or today, because only got a couple more days left to do the Alan Rickman tribute. And to be brutally honest, I don't have any of the other films on me yet. But I'm sure in time I will review the rest of the Harry Potter films. Perhaps when the new film Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling comes out November of this year, perhaps then I will go back and do the rest of the Harry Potter franchise, considering that this is a spin-off / prequel to the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone film. What do you guys think about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below as always. You can also tweet them to me at ROWJJ Let me know what other films you would like for me to review. Let me know what other actors or actresses you would like for me to feature as the feature of the week each month. Leave those in the comment box below. Tweet those to me at ROWJJ. And until next time here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, I am the Renegade JJ Williams, and I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you next time.